everyone, all ladies and gentlemen, to ESA Chennai chapter's webinar presented by Mr. Lucky. Lucky, if you're ready, you can go ahead, sir.
Hi everyone, can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Okay, to say something about me, I've been in the industry for almost 25 years now, hardcore into production and operations. And it's been 7 years I started my own venture. I am a tech geek and I love working with technology. That's always been a passion for me, and that's how I launched my company called Purple Vector in 2013. Primarily into events, but slowly moved on to providing technology solutions for events. Did some fantastic work in the past. And the last 2 years has been a turning point for me and my company in terms of doing some large scale products in terms of 3D mapping and bringing in new technology to India. One small snippet of what we have done in the past. I have a lot of videos and technology specific details. If you have any doubts, please do call me anytime. Some of the experience that we created in the past, we were the first people to do a projection mapping in Chennai. This is a small video that we've done. This was done in Taj Coromandel. This was the first ever projection mapping done in Chennai. This was for art ensemble called Art Chennai, where we showcased art in a multimedia format. Going to the next one. This one was the biggest installation ever done. Looking at the monument and the kind of area what we worked in, this was considered the most complex mapping ever done. This was in association with a company from Calcutta, Access 3D Studios, and Dataton. Dataton provided the server, and we handled the complete installation for it. I'm sure most people would have seen this. This was considered the most complex projection ever in the world. As a team, we also got nominated as one of the best projection mapping ever done in the world at ISE in Amsterdam this year. We used about 24 high-end projectors for this, laser projectors. And we spent almost 3 months to complete this complete installation. And this is a regular show which happens in Coimbatore at Isha Foundation every Saturday, Sunday. The next, why I'm showing this is one of my favorite projects. A lot of people know Watchout, but a lot of people don't know how strong and how powerful Watchout is. They know Watchout as a medium which can have a big screen. That's about it, and maybe a little bit of picture-in-picture. But people still don't know that it can control light, it can control sound, it can control any fixture, provided it's got an interface to the system. So here there's an integration of lasers, projections, MI bars, moving lights, fixed lights, and completely synchronized with music. And we had pyrotechnics also programmed on a separate timeline on Watchout. we used we used about 1,200 fixtures of lighting for this the launch. It's basically a park in an IT company. This one was done last year. I'm sure everybody knows about the first ping ball day and night test match which was held in Kolkata. Apparently, we have some friends who were handling some promotions for it, and they wanted to do something for this, and we proposed them to do projection mapping on the Tata Steel building. Because Saurav Ganguly is the new president of BCCI, and he's a part of Tata Steel. So we thought, why not do a small launch on the building itself. This is the Tata Steel building in Calcutta. This complete projection area was approximately 60 feet by 95 feet. Now, coming to the main session, since I mentioned to you, we are a hardcore technology-driven company. We've been working with this company called BlackTrax, and we are the official distributors for BlackTrax for India. What BlackTrax is? It's basically a real-time tracking device where you can track moving objects. We can integrate, it's such an extensive software wherein we can integrate any kind of system with this. I can track sound, I can track lights, I can track projection, we can track lasers, robotics, gaming. This is the one full-fledged system is where you can integrate multiple things to track multiple objects. Let it be a person, let it be a car, or let it be a lighting fixture. It can be anything. It works on a 60. The entire concept was developed by this company called CAS, who were pioneers in terms of bringing in new system in terms of making softwares for moving lighting, and they moved on to bringing something called BlackTrax to basically to track moving objects. I'll share a little bit more details on these. This is the entire system where you have the server, you have the calibration kits, you have the BT beacons, you have the sensors which are camera. We'll go into complete details on this. Then you have the controller kit, and then you have the mini beacons. These are basically a trackable device which sends in information to the server, and then we do the tracking thing. It's a hardcore tracking device. It's got nothing to do with any content. Wherein here the content has been done by another system. This particular system only calibrates the data and sends it to the interface. For example, if you want to do lighting tracking, you have a separate interface where the data which is calibrated within the server goes to the lighting desk. And however the person moves, the light actually moves along with them. I have videos for them. I'll share it with you. This is the server where you have complete integration. You have a single input server, you have a dual input server, and you have a multi-input server. Single input server money, if you want to do only tracking of lighting, then you can go for a single user. If you have multiple tracking, then you need to go in for a multiple interface servers. Specification of the server. This is the controller kit, which actually transfers data from the server to the cameras, which actually calibrates the entire place. Again, these are the ones which actually converts the data to the server. For example, in olden days, you had something called a transistor. The transistor, you could only listen to it as a radio. That's about it. Then came the hi-fi system, wherein you can have cassettes being played, you can have radio, you can have CD player, and you can have multiple inputs in terms of a mic, or you want to add another CD player, you can add in an auxiliary input. That's exactly how this entire system works. You have the difference between BlackTrax and other systems. You do have systems which can track lights, which can track a little bit of human gestures. But what happens is, if you're having multiple systems to be tracked, you don't have any system in the world which can track multiple systems. BlackTrax is the only system available in the market which can have multiple trackables. In terms of robotics, games, AR, VR, anything. In one system, you can have all these interfaces included. These are basically sensors or cameras, where you, for example, you have an auditorium, and you want to do some kind of a tracking for a person who's acting or who's singing or who's dancing. So what we do is we use these cameras across the auditorium, depending on the number of people, depending on the number of artists performing, depending on the area, we use cameras. These cameras calibrate the data within the air and sends it to the server. Please note that this has got nothing to do with any kind of lighting, or it doesn't do any work other than tracking data. It tracks data, it calibrates the data and sends them to the BT server. Whatever you want to do apart from this, with this, if you want to track sound, you want to track lighting, you have separate interfaces for it. This is the beacon which you clip it on to a person. Wherever this guy goes with the beacon, automatically the light or the sound or the projection tracks him. These are the charging docks. These are the stringers which actually pulses data to. This is connected to the beacon. This is the beacon, and you connect these stringers to them. You can connect either one stringer or three stringers, depending on the area and depending on the person who's using it. Here we can use up to 85. We can track up to 85 people on a single mode or a multiple mode. Single mode or multiple mode means I can have all the lights doing same job for everybody, or I can track individual person also. For example, you have one male, one female on stage. I can track the male separately, I can track the female separately. I can program in such a way, when the male walks in, you have a different mood of lighting. When the female walks in, you have a different mood of lighting. All that is possible. And we can track up to, as I told you, we can track up to 85. We had a system which could track up to 85. Now we have extended this up to 107 beacons, where we have 321 tracking points. So we are talking about 107 people or objects on stage that can be tracked. As I told you, it can track anything right from people to objects. These are the mini beacons which we have customized for artists, for dancers. Because what happens, since the beacons are wired, there is a possibility that it can get entangled within the in their arms or legs or whatever. So there are two options for it. Either you can stitch those stringers to the costumes, or you can wear these mini beacons. They come with the assorted attachments, like a watch. You can wear it. or it comes with a Velcro. You can clip it onto your shoulder. However, so wherever it goes, again, it does the same work of the regular beacons. This is the dock where you charge your beacons. This is the calibration kit. What happens is, for example, when you go to a venue, you don't have the length and breadth of the venue. You don't have any details of the venue. Okay, depending on the size of the venue, you put your cameras, and with this you calibrate the entire space. What happens is the entire data of that space goes into the server. So whatever beacons come within that space frame, it gets tracked. Anything goes out of the frame, it doesn't get tracked. See, these cameras and the beacons are run by RFIDs, and they have to be in line with sight. You can't keep the camera anywhere else and have the person somewhere else. The camera has to be in line with the beacon, and minimum of 3 stringers. You need minimum of 3 cameras. You need to track one beacon, one trackable. So you need whatever the size, even if it's a smaller size, you need a minimum of 3 cameras. So these work on XYZ. The person who does creative will be able to understand. When you're doing creative, you have a 2D design, you have a 3D design. Whereas Blacktrax has got a 6D design which works on real time. Okay, you work on 3D space. So where you have XYZ, then you have the roll, patch, and the yaw. So if you have a person jumping, you can track the bottom of his feet as well. How it works? As I told you, these cameras they capture motions and they transmit it to the server with the beacons. Again, as I told you, they have 3 stingers which have the unique ID. Either you can have 1 stinger or you can have 3 stingers depending on the person. Like there are sometimes where we use only 1 stinger because that is good enough to access the camera. There have been instances where, for example, if there is an artist, if the stringer is in the front camera can capture it. But if they want to capture the back, when the artist turns around, there is no stringer in the back. So it's better to have 3 pointers so that the camera can see those 3 pointers to have a better tracking surface. These are the ones. The white ball, it actually pulses infrared to the BT sensors. From the sensors, it goes to the camera. From the camera, it goes to the server. This is how the entire thing works. So here we have 2 in the front, and we actually have 1 stinger in the back. So that wherever the artist is in 3D space, you can track it. This is how the cameras are also positioned. It comes with a customized stand, and whatever be the height, we can just position it in such a way that it covers the entire area. The entire area has to be covered. When you calibrate data, you get you need to understand that you have to cover the entire space so that your camera functions better. You also have the luxury of 3 different kinds of lenses. You have the wide, you have the extra wide, and you have the normal lenses to cover the area. For a bigger area, we would rather recommend to go in for a full wide. For a smaller area, you can go in for a 3.5 lenses as well. Again, where we can use in theaters, we can use in studios, concert halls, stadiums, sport arenas. I have videos for them, so you have better understanding on that. Wherever you need some kind of a trackable solution, we have the solution for it. It works on a uniform system called RTTRP. This is a real-time tracking protocol. It is also connects to third-party applications for lighting and other stuff like projection or sound or robotics or gaming or AR, VR. Again, multi-integration tracking. You can track light, particle generators, media servers, audio, broadcast, gaming, and customized solutions. We'll go in one by one. Lighting again, as I told you, if you want, like for example, you have a normal system. Okay, it's got only a cassette player with an auxiliary input. Now, how do we connect a CD player to it? It's got an auxiliary input. It's another interface, correct? So for everything and anything, for lighting, you need to have something called SSC and an Ethernet converter, which actually talks to the server. Okay, so whatever you play on the Discman, talks to the system through the auxiliary input, and then the music is being played out. The same principle of all these. So whatever system you want to use to connect to the black tracks, you need to have certain interfaces for it. Basically, to send and receive data and to communicate between the light fixture to the black tracks system. Now, for lighting, we have recommended two products. One is Luminix and Suntrax. They are again world-renowned products. Why we suggest these are because BlackRock works in a very precise and the transfer of data is very, very high. So you need something which is more redundant and very powerful to handle that kind of a data. For example, in olden days, you would have seen a normal laptop with a resolution of maybe 760 or 800 by 600, then it became 1024 by 768 and all that. But will it be, was it possible to run heavy files to it? No. Now you have high-end laptops which can run 4K content as well. The same thing applies for BlackRock and the interface. The interface has to be so strong because the calibration, what happens with BlackRock is the transfer of data is very, very high. So you need some system which can handle the transfer of data without any problem, without any lag. You have other, these are basically network switches. I'm not sure how many people know network switches. They are something like what you have in your office and your home also. You have this network connection, you have a small hub, right? Where you connect your systems and your phone and all that. Something very similar to that, but this is more advanced. You have because it works on a 10 gig network. You have 10 gigs of data transferring every second. So that's the speed, that's the power of these two products, and that is why we recommend this, because if there is any lag of the transfer of data, you have latency on your tracking, which we can't afford. Again, media, you have certain media is basically for projection, where you connect a media server to the BlackRock system. You have 7th Sense, you have Watch Out, Disguise, Everlights, Green Pandora's Box, Notch, and other things, which provide you the support to BlackRock for projection. Then for sound, again lighting projection. I'll show you some video in terms of how the light has been tracked and how precise they are. Now, what happens is you must have remember those days wherein when you set up lighting for a stage, you have separate lighting done for a person who comes and stands in between. You put a into mark on the stage and tell the person you'll have to come stand in the same place. Okay, gone were the days. Now I just have to put a trackable on him, and wherever he stands, I program a light in such a way wherever he stands, I can focus a light on him instantly. Not only one, I can focus up to 4 lights or 10 lights or how many lights you want. I can change the mood of the light as well, depending on the person's movement. Now, it is so precise, even a slight movement of the body triggers the movement of the light. Now, to avoid that, so what happens then is when a person is doing a presentation, there are small movements of his hand, maybe a little bit on his leg or of his body. The moment the light starts moving, there's a disturbance for the speaker. But to avoid that, we have gotten a new technology. We added a new aspect to it called damping. What happens here is, for the slightest movement, the light doesn't shift. Only when what happens when the person stands, the light actually gets locked to the person, and the slightest movement also doesn't affect the lighting position. Only if he makes a bigger move, for example, he takes a bigger step, then the light moves. So in which what happens is the light keeps making its own algorithms to figure out whether the person is going to take the right step forward or the left step forward, or he's going to go to his left or he's going to go to his right. So it makes its own algorithms and tries and thinks forward and acts accordingly. So that way, the lighting is also precise. There's no problem for the person also. Wherever he walks, whatever kind of movement, the light actually follows him. This is how it is. It also predicts the speed of the person, how fast he runs or how fast he walks, and adjusts the focus of the light accordingly. For example, if I want to track ice skater, it's very difficult to track an ice skater because they go very fast. Correct? Even those kind of speed can be tracked by BlackTrack because of the algorithms what it makes. Again, you can create multiple effects. You can all program this however you want. Wherever, suppose a person stomps his foot on the stage, if you have a projection on the stage, you can create multiple effects on that and create create a different experience for the person who's standing. Or you can have gestures. For example, if a person is doing a presentation, you have an LED wall in the back. One movement of his hand, one wave of his hand changes the next slide. Can be done. Audio, these are some of the system what we have tied up with. Now, how do we track audio? How does it work? Now, for example, you have multiple. For example, you're watching a theater. You're watching a play. Now, there are multiple artists performing at the same time. So there is a possibility on a larger audience not to understand where the actual artist is standing, who's going to talk or who's singing, or due to the multiple artists. Here, once we have this integration done, wherever the person goes, in that, let it be 100 people also, wherever the person goes, the audio automatically transfers to his side. For example, if the person is standing in the center, the audio comes from the center. If the person is going to the left or the right, the audio actually shifts to the left or the right, depending on the movement. Just to give that person the importance and for people to understand where the sound is coming from. You understand? This can be done for, like for example, if you are watching a cricket match, it's very difficult to spot the ball sometimes. Okay, same principle here. Wherever the ball goes, automatically the sound travels to the ball so that you are able to actually catch where the sound is coming from. That's the whole idea. And the balances also, the sound actually balances so that the output of the sound remains constant, and there is no feedback on the mic as well. So to that level, we can do the tracking part of it. These are useful when we're doing high-end theater. In fact, we've been talking to Kingdom of Dreams, Delhi, to add this as an additional thing, because they're into big-time theater. So they love the system and they want to experiment this in the coming months. Broadcast. Today's technology, if you see, AR and VR have taken by storm. You see, even in news also, there are a lot of videos which have gone viral in terms of you actually have a tank coming out of the screen. So all that is possible. All that is possible through AR and VR. Now, BlackTrack has got extraordinary integration for AR and VR. you can actually build a virtual studio, and you can have your complete programs being done. We've been talking to a couple of studios as well. Here the thing is, one studio does multiple work. You can track your complete LED content. You can track the person who's going to speak in terms of the sound, the lighting, the video. Wherever the person goes, the video also follows. We can support up to 8K at the moment. We are working out with Sony and Panasonic for high-end cameras, because when we talk about broadcast, you need better quality and clarity. I'll show you some videos on broadcasting and AR, VR as well, so you get a better idea how the entire thing works. I hope people understand what AR, VR is. VR is virtual reality in reality. What you actually, it's not happening live. It's all pre-programmed and comes to you only on the screen. Industry segments where all we can provide support. Live events. Again, I told you theater, very important. Circuitous soil is one of the biggest use. You can use it for tours where you track lighting. You can use it for fashion shows where as and when the models walk, you can have the lights turning on. As and when she exits, the light turning off can be done, no problem. Corporate events widely used in terms of mapping, in terms of lighting, audio, AR, VR integration, everything can be possible. Broadcast, as I told you, this is on the left hand side is the green screen. On the right hand side, you have something which is actually here also. We used to have a problem initially. A person has to stand in that particular position. Whatever he needs to showcase on the TV, his palm has to be in that particular fashion. It has to be in that height wherein the product can come and exactly sit on it. Here, nothing is required. If you see on the right side image of the person is having a wrist watch kind of thing on his left palm. That is basically a sensor. So wherever the sensor goes, the product goes with it. That's the beauty of Lucktrax. So wherever he doesn't have to sit in stand in one place, he can keep moving around with the product in his hand. Converge is something which we launched this year in ISC Amsterdam. Again, we are talking about camera tracking and extended reality and camera control. We can completely automate the camera, as in wherever you go, the camera tracks you. We can also have a frame in frame. You can have multiple camera setup. You can integrate everything in them. This is one. It's actually a green screen, but when you see in the TV, you have a lot of things on your palm. Here, if you see, this is the light where we have these two fingers, and it's connected to the beacon. So wherever you take the torch, the image moves. Here again, if you have seen AR and VR, what happens is you can see the image in a virtual format on the screen. But if you come in front of the product, the image is lost. Converge gives you that flexibility. You can actually go around the product. This no other system can give you. Now again, these are the benefits of it. Increased production. You can use the same thing, just little bit of changes here and there. Post-production work becomes very, very simple. And whatever changes you need to do, you don't have to have a separate backdrop. You can create as much as possible. rehearsals become very easy. You don't have to spend too much time on it. Whatever you think, what you see is what you get. And you don't need too many people handling the equipment as well. Simple system. You have 2 or 3 people, they can manage the entire studio, no problem. Some of the case studies, okay, this is the auto show which we did this year. If you see on the left hand side, you see the person being tracked by the light. See how precise it is. It actually calculates the speed of the person and tracks the light accordingly. Now for the show, we tracked 4 cars here, and we used light tracking, approximately about 160 lights we tracked for the 4 cars, and we did the tracking of the content as well. Here the content was played on LEDs, but when the car moves, you can actually see the lighting and the content being moved together. We had faced a big challenge here for the lighting because since the system is too powerful and it works on very high data transfer, we don't recommend to use Chinese lights, because Chinese lights there is a little bit of latency, and that's the problem what we faced here initially. It took us some time to remove all the Chinese lights and fix with the industry standard lighting fixtures. Here we also recommend a list of international companies where you can buy the lights. You can use them for the tracking rather than having a Chinese one. You better suggest be going for a better tracking device because of the precision and the speed of which the data transfers to the equipment. Here you can actually see the lighting, and the lighting is on the top. As in when the car moves, the light keeps and these are the content in the back, in the down. Did you see it from changing from yellow to green? So if you would have seen here, we had almost 160 lights being tracked, and the media also was tracked. We used Disguise, and the content was made in Notch VFX. Notch VFX, Unity, and Unreal are 3 major softwares what we use here in India predominantly. Notch is just entering the market, but Unreal and Unity are have been there for quite some time, and it does some phenomenal work as well. This is another case study for BMW 3 Series. Actually, see this. Here we had even the flow projection been done. So it all depends on how you see things here. However creative you are, just drop in us, and we can actually do something even more creative. This is what we use for camera tracking. If you actually see on the television here, you have these particles coming in front of them as well, not only behind. So these can be done on these are augmented reality, where you actually feel that the person is within those fireworks. This is one of my favorites. Now, all of you would have been to malls, and today, if you see, a lot of these malls have virtual reality games being played every day. Kids still love it. What you do is you wear a headset and they make you walk, or they make you lean, or something. What if I actually transform you to another universe virtually, but in real time? This happened in California. They had this concept wherein they wanted to track a cart, and they wanted to have an immersive experience for the person who drives the cart, and this is what we came out with. This is how actually the rider looks in the VR set. It is so real, and everything which has been there, it's all done in an immersive thing. And even if he hits some kind of a barricade, he gets the same kind of a bump, the same kind of a feel. These are all electric cards, because here we're using a lot of fire. So that's why you can't use gasoline stuff here. And electric cars has one more advantage: is the bumps are so real, and even the once you have the bump, you come back and you accelerate. It gives better acceleration. The same kind of feel you get it in on the screen as well, in real time. So it looks like you're actually driving within the city. Here you can do multiple themes as well. If there is a mall they want to do this kind of setup, we can maybe give them 2 themes for a year, and the next year we can change the theme as well. Can be done, not a problem. Again, virtual studio. See, this is basically a projection for a concert. The projection is on the screen. Basically, it's a cuboid, and wherever the person walks, the entire image changes. And please note that these are all done in real time and it's not programmed. It all depends on how the person, it all tracks a person, and depending on his movement, his speed, the entire visuals change. Again, lighting and projection.
Lucky,
Yeah.
can you please check your chat box?
How do I check? Yeah. Where's my chat box?
Just at the bottom of your presentation, you'll find your chat.
Sports, 1 minute. Let's go back. This one we did for sports. This is an LED floor where you have people. You can program it in such a way. You can have the people's name also projected on the floor with the person. Here, if you actually see, one more beauty is the entire detail of the person is in the back. Even if it turns, the projection goes in the back. It doesn't come in the front. One. This is another thing what Cast company is developed. As I told you earlier, Visivic was the first product which they developed. It's basically a visualizing software for lighting engineers, wherein they can sit home, create the entire show, run it, have a complete look of the show, and then come plug and play. You don't have to actually sit in the auditorium or the arena and do your programming, spend night and day there, and do the show. Here, once you have the complete drawings, it comes with a CAD, integrated CAD, where you can plot, you can have data visualization, you can actually see the show by yourself. It is that extensive, and it has got a fantastic library of 3D models. Whatever you want can be imported from your library, right from a person, trussing, drum, guitar, whatever you want. Even objects like car, everything can be imported. You can also position cameras in such a way it'll give you a complete feel of how is it to look from the side, from the front, from the top. Everything is possible on this. We're going to start. We were supposed to do the training for Visivic this month, but because of COVID, we've been pushed it. We'll let you know. It's a fantastic tool for graphic designers or production people who make their sets in 3D. 3D Max or CAD, it can give you a complete visualization of how your set will look after production without even starting your production work. As I told you, solution for everyone, drafters, creators, and power users and all that. You can also program your lighting in such a way, but when you rig up the entire thing, the rigging has to be in line with what you have created. Otherwise, it will go misfire. This is how you do your layout. The complete rig, why your light coming, what light is coming where, how your LEDs are coming, how your person is going to come. Everything is being programmed offline. This is how it looks. Other technology products that we have. Okay, this is UPix. It's basically an app. This company is from Argentina, wherein in real time I can change your phones into displays. Have a look. Here I can do up to 1 lakh people at a given time. Not a problem. You just have to download the tab, get into the event, and whatever light programming you have, the color programming, it comes. We can also send logos. For example, if you're doing a rock show, you can program the entire rock show with UPix. Every minute the color can change. I can have different sequences being done. All that is possible. I can send logos. The best thing for concerts is when you have sponsors. You have their branding come on the side, maybe a little bit on the LED and all that. Apart from that, nothing is there. Wherein here, I can give you branding on the phone. Before the show starts, we can have all your logos, the sponsor logos that can come on everybody's phone. Provided everybody downloads the app. There is a before you get into this, there is a big structure that you need to do. You need to download the app, get into the event, and then this entire thing starts. And please also understand that this is a real-time application. If your show starts at 7, it's programmed to such a way that it starts at 7 sharp. If your program gets delayed, then again you'll have to reprogram the entire thing. You'll have to recalibrate your servers. We don't have unfortunately, we don't have a server for Asia. The server is in Argentina. So there is a time gap, and there could be a possibility that we may not be able to do the show. But we could, as if your timings are perfect, then we can do a fantastic event with this. This one, Lightform is another product which we're launching very soon. In fact, any static thing we can turn into dynamic. It can be an art. It's good for art galleries. We can do visual merchandising with this. If anybody's got a boutique, if you would have seen a lot of these boutiques, they keep changing their mannequins clothes depending on the seasons. Here I can actually create a virtual season and project on the mannequins and create that impact.
Lucky, sorry to interrupt.
What it does is whatever object you have, let it be an art, let it be an object, it scans the entire thing. Then we have something called the Lightform Creator. In that, we do the trimming part of it and we build content accordingly.
Lucky,
and one more facility here you have is you can also integrate this AR and VR.
Lucky, you're almost out of time.
We will have this. Actually, my shipment is caught in Canada. So once the thing comes in, we may be able to give you a live demo of this. Maybe in a month or two, once the shipment comes in at my office. Anytime you can come have a look at this product. It's a fantastic product. We can also do smaller monuments with it. It's got a small thing. It can't do big surfaces.
Lucky, are you able to hear me? Lucky?
This is the last. That's about it. I hope you had a good time. I don't hear you guys.
Sir, I hope he has finished.
Yeah. Are you able to hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, my thing conked off.
We have only about 5 minutes of time left for Q&A. I was hoping that you will give a little bit more time for Q&A. Okay, I'll quickly start off with one question that has been put up first. The question says, any permission required from corporation or police for this?
No, it all depends on where you're going to use it. There is no permissions required for it. It's like any other fixture, like a light or sound or whatever. Only for outdoor, whatever permissions are required. If you're doing a projection mapping on the building, then you need permissions. Otherwise, you don't need any permissions for this.
Okay. Any other questions, anybody? We have about 5 minutes of question time. Any questions? Anybody? You can put up your hand, or if you have a question, you can go ahead as well.
Yeah, Bhaskar.
Yes, sir. Bhaskar sir, go ahead.
Lucky, I just need to understand how it works on the fixtures what we have in India, because most of the fixtures, lighting fixtures what we have in India is all Chinese made. We don't have the vendors which we have here in India doesn't use Claypaky or a Martins or something like that. What happens in that case?
That's the biggest problem what we are facing. But if you can give us the fixtures, the name of the company and the fixture, if it's listed, we will create the fixtures for you.
Do we have a library of fixtures?
Yeah, we have a library. We can share that with you.
Okay.
I think some 12 or 14 companies are listed with us.
Already
with the model numbers. With the model numbers, right from your SGM, Koema, Chauvet, Martin, all this. They are also standard for India. A lot of people have Martin, Robes, Chauvets and all that.
Yes.
For Chinese lights, we generally don't recommend because of the data transfer and the precisiveness of the product. We generally have that latency with the Chinese light. However, if there is no other option, then maybe we can, if you can send us the details of which company and which model, we can create the fixtures for you. And maybe we could, we are also in line with the other companies of China, and we could recommend these companies for Chinese products. That's in the process.
Okay. Now, my second question is going to be on the shows which we do normally. You know, we have a lot of indoor conferences which happens.
Right.
Okay. What happens in terms of your fixing time and your programming time and other stuff? Because we used to get the hall in the night and the next day morning the conference starts for us.
See, I'll tell you my live experience with Auto Expo. Auto Expo, the fixing and the calibration we finished in 2 days. Of the equipment, complete equipment. We fixed and we calibrated the cameras. That's been done. The integration part took us a lot of time because, as I told you earlier, we had a lot of problems connecting the Chinese lights. There was some interface problem with the disguise team as well. We were there was a lot of signals being lost when we were running, and a couple of times even the network switch failed. So a lot of these things happened because it was a huge thing. It was a very undefined venue. You know how Auto Expo is. So we faced a lot of challenges there. But now we are prepared of how this can be corrected, and we are taking precautions for that.
My question is very simple, Lucky. If we have set up in the night, the previous night, the next day morning the show starts. I just want to light up for the speaker who's going to be on the stage.
Can be done.
Yeah.
6 hours.
6 hours. Just in case. Okay. Thanks again. Thanks. It was an insightful.
Anything else? Anything about UPix, Lightform, Visamic?
From Mr. Balaraman. Sir, Srini sir, would you like to go ahead?
Lucky sir, do we have any pre-programming which can be done, like, you know, having a venue size and pre-drawing done and programming done and go and fix there and do small corrections on that?
See, we, all the drawings have to be done by you. For example, if you're doing a show in, say, Lady Andal auditorium, you need to have the floor plan and the CAD drawing of that hall. You get that into Visamic and you do your light fixing however you want. For example, you want park hands in the back, LED park hands in the front, you want moving heads.
Question is, if we have done the lighting, design, everything, can you adapt that pre-programming and can we use your product in like, no, sir, Mr. Bhaskar asked the question, we have very limited time at the venue. So can we utilize your product doing the pre-programming? That's what my question. Thanks.
See, there are two products. Okay, one is the BlackTrax and one is the Visamic. Now, if you want light tracking, what happens here is you have to understand what you need to do with the light. As I told you, BlackTrax is only a data tracking software, hardware. Okay, where you calibrate data and you send it to your thing. Whatever you want to do apart from that, that has to be done from the lighting design, either through a ArtNet or a Luminex, Luminode or a Luminex converter. You program everything on your lighting desk. Wherever the person moves, see, for example, if you want a white light on the person, okay, after some time you want to change it to some other color, you have to do all that on your programming board, not on BlackTracks. BlackTracks will only track your person wherever he goes. Whatever program you have done on your light, whether it's white light, red light, blue light, or you keep changing colors, or you keep changing gobos, all that can be done from the board. The data from the board to the BlackTracks equipment is done by the Luminode, which is the ArtNet. You understand? It is a pure data tracking software. If you want only lighting to be done, I would rather say you do you buy a Visuvic dongle, you do your complete programming there, go plug and play. Over.
Thank you. Thank you.
For any demos in terms of Visuvic, I have the dongle with me. I can maybe share some information on Visuvic how it is. And once we start webinars, please attend the webinar. They are free of cost. You'll be able to understand how Visuvic actually works. So you do the show much before. So there are no loose ends there. But provided the rigging has to be the same mode where you do your programming. You can't have one light here and the other light there. It will not work. You understand? However you program here, the same setup has to be there for you to just plug and play. You can actually see the show. You can actually program the show completely. For a kind information, Pulse was done completely programmed. Pink Floyd Pulse. They use Visuvic for it. There are a lot of companies which use Visuvic. Even YouTube, we were supposed to work with them, but we didn't have the time, and it didn't just work out. Otherwise, they also work on Visuvic, and they wanted the BlackTrack, but we didn't have time, and we didn't have the bandwidth at that point of time. So everything is pre-programmed because they have the set in mind already. You know what fixture comes because they work together. Here, India, they work very differently. So it's very difficult to get all these guys sit together and do it. Now it's changed. Like there are people like Beckett and other lighting engineers. They're using Visuvic on a very large scale, wherein they program everything. The set design is given to them. They program everything there. They just come plug and play.
I have time for one last question. If there's any question, or I can read from the chat. If anybody would like to ask a question, I can allow that. Okay, Lucky, there's one question for you. The question is, how do you define cost for this product? Somebody is looking to understand what kind of cost is involved for.
See, it is a very expensive proposition, but it all depends on what kind of integration you need. If you need sound, if you need lighting, if you need projection, what we do here is we will provide you the complete hardware for the tracking, and we'll assist you a tie-up with the respective company for projection-based systems or lighting-based systems, and we can do that interface for you there. So there, what happens is you pay only for the BlackTracks system, and the rest of the thing it all depends on what is the. See, there are two things in it. One is the fixed cost and one is the variable cost. Now, the fixed cost is where your server, your calibration kit, and your controller kit comes in, and your variable cost is the number of cameras. If it's going to be a small place, you use maybe 4 or 6 cameras. If it's going to be a big place, then you use more number of cameras. The number of cameras and the number of beacons derive one part of the cost, and then comes the installation and the integration part of it. So it is not something which I can give you off the shelf. Yeah, it depends on the area, the number of cameras, the number of objects to be tracked, and what are the complexity involved in it. You want only sound, you want only light, you want only projection, you want AR, VR, everything.
Thank you, Lucky. That's quite extensive in terms of the number of things that can be integrated. With this, we've come to the end of today's